Welcome, Seeker.
They say the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. But what if the ultimate source of illumination is hidden in total darkness? Across ancient temples, forbidden grimoires, and the secret sigils of long-lost orders, there is a symbol. Feared, revered, and almost never spoken of aloud, the Black Sun. A dark radiance that burns not with heat, but with hidden knowledge. It defies physics, mocks logic, and whispers to the soul of mankind like a forgotten god in exile. What is it? A relic of a lost civilization? A gateway to inner alchemy? Or the suppressed key to unlocking human divinity? For centuries, this enigmatic symbol has appeared in cryptic places, from esoteric German manuscripts and Babylonian tablets to the inner chambers of occult societies. Always shrouded in secrecy, always protected from the uninitiated. It has been linked to ancient cosmologies, energetic realities, and even spiritual resurrection. Some believe it was once the spiritual sun of Atlantis, extinguished when mankind fell into forgetfulness. But this symbol is more than myth, because deep within its shadow lies a secret, one that challenges everything you thought you knew about light, power, and spiritual awakening. In this video, we'll unravel the hidden meaning of the Black Sun, exploring its ancient origins, its misunderstood power, and its profound esoteric significance. We'll journey through lost philosophies, hermetic symbols, and forbidden histories to understand how this symbol speaks to the dual nature of reality and of ourselves. What you're about to hear is not common knowledge. It's not mainstream. It's the kind of wisdom that was once protected behind veils, passed only from teacher to student in hushed tones. But now, it's time, because the Black Sun is rising once again, not in the sky, but within you. Stay with me. This is only the beginning. To understand the Black Sun, we must first unearth its buried past, a past veiled in mystery, wrapped in occult symbolism, and deliberately erased from the accepted narrative. The earliest whispers of a dark sun come not from modern science, but from the twilight of ancient worlds. In Mesopotamia, the Sumerians spoke of Nergal, a shadowy solar deity associated not with warmth and harvest, but with death, war, and the underworld. The Babylonians, too, recorded the presence of a second, hidden sun, a celestial force that operated in secret, unseen by the naked eye, yet critical to the balance of all things. Fast forward to ancient Egypt, where the Eye of Ra had a twin aspect, one blazing with outward solar power, the other inward, consuming, transmuting. This dark twin, associated with Sekhmet, the lion-headed goddess of destruction and purification, hints again at a solar force that devours in order to renew. A black sun. But it was in esoteric European traditions where the Black Sun would later crystallize as a powerful occult symbol. In medieval alchemical manuscripts, the Black Sun, Sol Niger, appears as a key phase in the magnum opus, the great work of spiritual transformation. It symbolizes the Negredo, the blackening, the sacred moment of death before rebirth, when the ego dissolves and the true self begins to emerge. It is the dark night of the soul, the sacred void, the spiritual eclipse that precedes enlightenment. Hidden within this stage is the great paradox. The Black Sun is not absence, but potential, a seed buried in cosmic soil. It is the hidden face of the divine, not the god of the day, but the god of the void, where all light is born. In later centuries, the symbol took on more controversial and dangerous associations. Certain factions within Nazi occult circles, particularly the esoteric wing of the SS led by Heinrich Himmler, adopted the Black Sun as a symbol of a lost Aryan spiritual power. They inscribed it onto the floor of the Wurzburg Castle, attempting to revive an ancient current of power they barely understood. But their use of the symbol was, at best, a distortion, and at worst, a desecration. They mistook its true meaning for a political totem, stripping it of its sacred depth and misapplying it in a misguided quest for dominion. And so, the black sun became feared, suppressed, hidden beneath the shadow of its misinterpretation. But those with eyes to see kept the flame alive. Within Hermetic, Gnostic, and Rosicrucian circles, the black sun persisted as a metaphysical symbol, representing the hidden inner sun, the silent source of true gnosis. Not the sun that burns in the sky, but the sun that burns in the soul. Philosophically, it represents the source behind the source. It is the silence behind sound, the void behind form, the root from which duality arises. It is prima materia, the original essence before division. And to recognize, it is to remember something ancient within yourself, something modern life has all but extinguished. So why has this knowledge remained hidden? Because the black sun cannot be worshipped. It cannot be commercialized. It does not offer power in the worldly sense. Instead, it offers transformation. And transformation is dangerous to a world built on illusion. This is why the ancients spoke in symbols, why the mystery schools cloaked their truths. Because to truly see the black sun is to unmake the false self, and not everyone is ready for that. But you are here, and that means you are seeking. In the next section, we will peel back the layers and dive into the core esoteric mechanics of the black sun, how it works, what it represents in energetic and metaphysical terms, and how it might be the key to a forgotten kind of light, the light that only darkness can reveal. Let us now step beyond the veil and into the heart of the mystery. What is the black sun? It is not a celestial body in the ordinary sense. It is not a second star lurking behind the moon, nor a rogue planet hidden in the outer reaches of space. These are metaphors, shadows cast by a deeper truth. The black sun is a spiritual archetype, a symbol of the hidden source of consciousness, the inner furnace where light is born from darkness. Imagine for a moment standing in a pitch-black cavern deep beneath the earth. No sound, no light, just silence and stillness. But within that silence, something stirs. A spark, imperceptible at first, begins to glow, not from without, but from within. That is the black sun, the inward sun, the light that does not illuminate objects, but illuminates being itself. In Hermeticism and inner alchemy, this idea is central. The black sun is the cauldron of transmutation, the internal crucible where the ego, the false identity constructed by memory, desire, and fear, is burned away. Not through violence, but through revelation, through direct contact with the primordial silence beneath thought. This is the Negredo stage of the great work, the spiritual blackening. It is the descent into the underworld, the symbolic death before the resurrection. Myth after myth echoes this process. Inanna's descent into the netherworld, Christ's 3 days in the tomb, Odin hanging from the world tree, pierced and alone. All are parables of the same truth. Before illumination, there must be darkness. Before awakening, there must be surrender. And the black sun is the gatekeeper. It teaches through paradox. Unlike the visible sun, which gives life through heat and radiation, the black sun gives life through emptiness, through absence. It is not the light that blinds, but the darkness that reveals. It is the awareness that remains when everything else has fallen away. In many esoteric schools, including the deeper levels of Gnostic Christianity, Vajrayana Buddhism, and Taoist inner alchemy, there is a recognition of a void light, a light that is not visible but knowable, not external but essential. This is the true light of the black sun, a non-dual luminosity shining from beyond the opposites of light and dark. And here's where it becomes practical and powerful. The black sun is not some distant mystical abstraction. It is within you right now. It is the hidden engine behind your thoughts, your emotions, your dreams. Every time you close your eyes and allow yourself to fall inward, into silence, into stillness, you approach its threshold. The ancient mystics knew this. They didn't just study the black sun, they entered it. In meditation, they would descend into their own symbolic tombs. In ritual, they would die before dying, letting go of identity, belief, even the idea of self. And what they found in that interior darkness was not oblivion. It was a deeper kind of awareness, a power untouched by the world, a knowing without thought, a flame that burned without consuming. This is why the black sun is feared and revered, because it offers no comfort, no reward, no validation, only truth. It does not shine for the world. It shines for the soul. But to access it, you must be willing to go inward, past the mind, past the noise, past the persona. You must be willing to endure the stillness long enough for the false light to die, and the real light to awaken. And here is where the true journey begins. In the next section, we will go deeper into the metaphysical architecture of the black sun. We will explore how it relates to polarity, energy, the zero-point field, and ancient spiritual technologies designed to awaken it. We'll also explore myths, distortions, and hidden truths that surround this symbol, and what it means for those who dare to follow its path. But before you go further, ask yourself, am I ready to see what the light of the black sun will reveal? If this resonates with something buried deep within you, something ancient and half-remembered, subscribe and join this journey. Leave a comment below. Share your thoughts. Let's explore this mystery together, not as spectators, but as seekers. To understand the true nature of the black sun, we must now travel beyond symbols and into the architecture of reality itself. Across the ancient world, from Vedic sages to Gnostic mystics, from Egyptian priests to Taoist alchemists, there persisted a whisper, not of a second physical sun, but of a hidden source, a radiant emptiness, a void that is not absence, but potential. This is the paradox of the black sun. It is the source of all light, yet remains unseen. Let's begin with an often overlooked concept from Hermeticism, the unmanifest fire. In the Hermetic texts, this fire is not the ordinary flame, but the first principle from which all other forces descend. It is pure, formless energy, the root of consciousness. The black sun is the emblem of this unmanifest fire. It doesn't burn with heat, but with truth. It consumes illusion, not matter. This principle reappears in other traditions. The Kabbalists speak of Ein Sof Or, the limitless light that emanates from the void. In Taoism, it is the Tao that cannot be named, the stillness from which all dualities emerge. In Tantric cosmology, it is the Bindu, the dark dot of absolute potential before creation itself. Modern science, though blind to the esoteric, brushes against this mystery when it describes the zero-point field, an ever-present energy that fills space, even in a vacuum. A field of infinite potential, invisible yet foundational. To the initiated, this is more than physics. It is the black sun encoded in scientific language. Now consider this. In alchemy, the sun is traditionally associated with gold, the perfected metal, the incorruptible essence. But the black sun does not represent physical gold. It represents the inner gold, the awakened soul. And just as base metals must pass through fire to be purified, so too must the seeker descend into shadow to realize their true essence. This descent is symbolized in the Nigredo, the black stage of the magnum opus. It is a time of dissolution, of death before rebirth. But this death is not of the body. It is the death of false identity, the shattering of masks, the burning away of what you thought you were, to reveal what you have always been. This is why the black sun has often been misunderstood, feared, and even deliberately distorted. In recent times, especially during the 20th century, the symbol of the black sun was tragically co-opted by dark ideologies, twisted into a grotesque parody of its original meaning. But the true black sun has nothing to do with racial supremacy, political extremism, or worldly power. Those who sought to possess it failed to realize the black sun cannot be owned. It cannot be wielded like a weapon. It is not a symbol of dominion. It is a mirror of the inner world. It does not give power in the outer sense, but rather strips away illusion until only the essential remains. So what does it mean to follow the path of the black sun? It means daring to face the shadow, your shadow. It means walking into the unknown, without guarantees, without beliefs to shield you, and finding in that emptiness a hidden flame, a presence behind the silence. It means understanding that darkness is not evil, it is misunderstood. True darkness is the womb of creation. It is from darkness that stars are born. It is from the void that consciousness arises. And it is in the silent core of your being, that deep stillness beneath the noise, where the black sun waits. Let us also consider a profound esoteric truth. Every outer light casts a shadow, but the black sun casts none, because it exists before light and shadow. It is the awareness prior to experience, the presence behind perception, and once touched, even for a moment, nothing is ever the same again. As we move forward into the next part of this journey, we will explore how to awaken this awareness within yourself, not just as an idea, but as a lived experience. We will uncover simple but powerful practices to align with the energy of the black sun. Exercises that help you transmute fear into clarity, confusion into insight, and suffering into strength. Because this is not just a mystery to contemplate, it is a force to live by. The black sun is not merely a symbol to ponder. It is a force to integrate. Its essence is transformation, the journey from illusion to authenticity, from fragmentation to wholeness. But how do we bring such an abstract and mystical principle into daily life? The first step is to understand this. The black sun is awakened within, not found without. It is not in the sky nor in a symbol. It resides in the deep center of your being, waiting to be unearthed. 1. Entering the Nigredo, the alchemical descent. Begin by honoring your shadow. This is the phase the alchemists called Nigredo, the blackening. It is uncomfortable, often painful, but absolutely necessary. Create space each day, even 10 minutes, to sit in stillness and feel what you normally suppress. Don't analyze, don't fix, just witness. Ask yourself, what am I afraid to see within me? What truth have I buried beneath comfort and distraction? Journaling after these sessions helps surface hidden beliefs and suppressed emotions. Let this be a sacred practice, a dialogue between your conscious self and the deeper intelligence within. 2. The void meditation, contacting the black flame. This simple yet profound meditation helps you align with the black sun's energy. Sit comfortably in darkness or with your eyes closed. Breathe deeply and slowly. Visualize a dark sun at the center of your chest, not cold, not hostile, but silent and radiant. Feel it pulsing with life, emitting not light, but a deep knowing. With every breath, imagine yourself descending into that center, into stillness, into mystery. Do this daily, even for 5 minutes. Over time, you'll begin to notice subtle shifts, more clarity, more groundedness, and a strange sense of peace amidst chaos. 3. Transmutation through self-honesty. The energy of the black sun dissolves illusion. This requires radical self-honesty. Catch yourself when you wear masks to please others, when you speak from fear or act from habit. Ask yourself often, is this action aligned with my essence, or am I escaping discomfort? This awareness is the beginning of inner alchemy. When faced with fear, instead of running, observe it. Breathe into it. Let the fire of awareness burn through it. This is transmutation in real time. 4. The ritual of inner solar alignment. Once a week, ideally during the new moon or in the early hours before sunrise, Perform this simple ritual. Light a black candle and sit in front of it. Speak aloud what you wish to release: fears, illusions, false identities. Then, speak what you wish to embody: truth, clarity, sovereignty. Visualize the black sun behind you, rising not in the sky, but in your spine, illuminating the path forward from within. This is not a performance. It's a sacred conversation with your deeper self. 5. Living as the embodiment of the black sun ultimately. The goal is not to worship the black sun, but to become it. To walk through life with a still fire inside you. To be a beacon of truth in a world of illusion. To shine not with borrowed light, but with the glow of direct experience, the kind that cannot be taught, only awakened. In practical terms, this means speaking your truth even when your voice trembles, choosing authenticity over acceptance, creating from your depths, not from surface trends, trusting the void, even when it offers no answers. These are not easy steps, but they are the steps of the initiate. And each time you choose truth over comfort, you bring the black sun closer to the surface of your life. In the final part of this journey, we will reflect on the mysteries uncovered and the questions that remain. There is a sun we see each morning, and a sun we feel, though it casts no shadow. The black sun is not a myth. It is not a symbol to be decoded and filed away in the mind's cabinet of curiosities. It is an initiatory force, a reminder that before the dawn, there is darkness. Before awakening, there is death. We began this journey with a question. What is the black sun, really? Now you know, it is the silent power behind all transformation, the hidden pulse behind cycles of decay and rebirth, the secret light that guides us, not through brightness, but through inner fire. Through ancient texts and forgotten symbols, we've glimpsed its hidden legacy. Through meditation, shadow work, and honest self-reflection, we've learned how to make contact with it. And perhaps most importantly, we've come to understand that this sun rises not in the heavens, but within you. When the world around you feels like it is crumbling, when your beliefs, your identities, your stories begin to fall apart, that is when the black sun shines brightest. Not in illumination, but in obliteration. Not to comfort you, but to awaken you. You are not who you think you are. And that, perhaps, is the greatest secret of all. So now, a question remains. Will you walk the path of comfort or the path of truth? Will you chase the outer sun or ignite the flame within? The choice, as always, is yours. But know this, the moment you choose to look inward, without flinching, without turning away, the black sun begins to rise. Silently, powerfully, inevitably, and when it does, you'll never be the same. If this journey stirred something within you, if you felt the call of the deeper fire, I invite you to continue exploring with us. Like the video, leave a comment sharing your insights or questions, and subscribe to the channel for more ancient truths and forgotten wisdom. The black sun has only just begun to rise. Stay luminous in the shadows. And remember, not all darkness is the absence of light. Some is the source of it.